Hey everybody, welcome back to 1776 or Bust. So tonight I got thinking about, why this channel was created in the first place. And the channel was created in the first place to really inform people about affordable things that anybody can afford. It's great to own a $1,200 firearm or, a $2,000 rifle, but for the most part, many people can't do that. I am not one of those people that can go out and splurge on one firearm for, $1,000. I just can't do that. However, if I plan accordingly and after I've done all my responsibilities, for example, taking care of the family, taking care of the bills, whatever I have to save, I'll save until I can actually wind up getting a firearm. Now, because I feel that that pertains to a lot of the viewers and subscribers of the channel, one of the things I want you to understand is that when you're going to look for a firearm, don't try to settle for like the cheapest thing you can find just because it's the cheapest you can find. For example, I just saw today high points were going anywhere from 130 to 150 bucks. And I'm not knocking anybody who settled for a high point as their first firearm. I mean, you get what you can afford. However, I also got an email today about this little bad boy right here, Smith & Wesson full-size M&P. Now, again, it comes with two 17-round mags. In New York State, it does not. It would have to come with 10. But I saw this being advertised in Gun Buyer for $399. And the good thing, it's free shipping. You pay your transfer fee, so you're looking at probably $425 for a full-size M&P. And then I started saying to myself, why wouldn't people want to turn to something like this? It's highly affordable, it's combat proven, it's very reliable, good aftermarket support. So this to me fits the bill for a gun that first-time gun buyers would want to buy. The trigger is not necessarily a scary trigger to handle. I mean, obviously you don't have the little trigger safety like on a Glock or something like that. But, again, I would not hesitate owning this as a first firearm. Why? Because until you go like that, the gun isn't going to go off. Now, of course, if you want, the idea of how good this gun is, by the way, the gun has been safety checked prior to the making of this video. If you want to look at the trigger pull, you can see that the trigger has a little bit of movement. I mean, it's not the best trigger in the world, but you know what? $400, it's still not that bad of a trigger. So you push, you get a little bit more stacking, and then there's the wall right there. So it's really not that much. And then you get your break with a little bit of pressure. Now, of course, with the reset, sorry if the camera moves, guys, but the reset is very short. It's a very short reset, a much improved trigger than the first one I owned, and I've said that before in my previous video. And then there's your secondary trigger pull. So again, very nice trigger, very solid firearm. To me, $399. And that's getting a brand new one for $399. Of course, you could probably find a used one. I've seen them, going anywhere from, depending on where you go, $300, maybe a little bit lower than that. Depending on what the person's asking. Like if you go on another website, Arms List, people ask for what they think it's worth when it's really not what it's truly worth. But at the same time, this pistol right here, totally capable, total battle ready. So again, why wouldn't you turn to something like this? Now, if you have the money to spend on a $1,000 pistol, God bless you. But again, if you're looking at for basic self-defense, all around type of use for the range, to me, the M&P full size is probably the way you want to go. Of course, some people may say, well, the M&P full size is a very large firearm. How can you conceal it safely or properly, especially in a full concealment state like New York? Well, I would have to say to you, unfortunately, you're going to have to dress around this gun. Now, some other people will say, well, why do you have to dress around the gun? That's kind of foolish. But at the same time, what's foolish is wearing a tank top, shorts, and flip-flops in February in New York State. Apparently, you don't want to necessarily not dress around the weather here, so why wouldn't you want to dress around your firearm? I can easily conceal this in the summertime with a pair of shorts and a button-up shirt. No issues. No problem with printing, no issues with concealing it. To me, for $400, you're getting, again, a concealable weapon, a concealable tool that is going to do what it needs to do when it's supposed to with great reliability and great aftermarket support. So again, guys, I hope you understand what I'm coming from in regards to the usability of pistols, and again, the affordability. If you can maybe hold off, buy something of better quality, like let's say an M&P, you're getting a great gun for a great price that's going to do just about everything you want it to do. So I hope you guys have a great night, have a great weekend, and as always, freedom is never free.